back, ladies and gentlemen, to the show. Who's number one? Week number 10. If I'm being honest, it feels a little more like week number 30. We just literally got off the plane from a nice, 24-hour travel day home from Iowa City's 3-day Jingle Cross race. I spent a lot of time like this, all crammed up in my middle seat. I would say probably the collective weight of the passengers within arm's reach was somewhere in the 2,000 to 3,000 pound range. So I may be doing a little more of this today. I feel like stretching out. It's been a long day. Let's do it. You guys ready? Come on, let's do it. Let's do the show. Let's get to it. Your rankings this week. Let's start with the women. Dropping down to number 20 this week in the women's rankings is Magali Rochette, the Canadian rider, dropping not because of fitness, but just dropping because she literally dropped to the ground in the race. She crashed super hard on Friday night. They think she might have had a concussion. She had to leave early, go back to Canada. So we will keep her on the rankings, wishing her a speedy recovery. Making her debut on the rankings this week in number 6 is the Luna rider, the Canadian rider, the former mountain bike world champion, Katerina Nash. Showed up in Jingle Cross for 3 days as she prepares for her Canadian Cyclocross National Championships. In a couple of weeks, walked away with a solid set of podiums. Number 4 this week, making a huge jump in the rankings all the way up to number 4 is Miller of the Amanda variety. Not Meredith, but Amanda Miller has 3 awesome days at Jingle Cross, highlighted by her Friday night second place ride. She was pushing Katerina Nash all night long. Solid second place. Welcome to the top 5. Number 3 this week is your Cal Giant rider, Elle Anderson, who's holding strong in that position, like we said last week. Consistently now the 3rd best rider in North America. Katie Compton, not there this weekend. She holds on to number 2 in the rankings and your number 1 rider. Dominating all season long. She hasn't raced that much, but when she does, she has been practically unbeatable. Number 1, again this week, Katerina Nash. She sweeps the weekend in commanding fashion, beating Amanda Miller in a solid race on Friday night. She beats her teammate, the former world champion, Catherine Pendrell, and then she takes down Elle Anderson in the mud on Sunday, the Luna rider, number 1. Moving on to your men's rankings this week, moving up the ladder to number 19 this week, all the way up from number 20, is Jeremy Duran. I know I bag on this guy a lot, but he is actually a very talented bike racer. Not only fitness, but his bike handling skills. You guys saw Adam Craig. Everyone has seen the sick nose manual through the corner, but what you haven't seen is the actual sickest move of the weekend. You think the nose manual is fast? Whatever. Jeremy Duran took it to the next level and literally backflipped through the corner. I know you guys are going to say, you're going to watch the clip here, you're going to say, oh, but it's slower, it's faster, whatever. Whatever, you guys. It definitely saved energy. It was definitely more efficient. He's revolutionary. He made it look good. Making his debut on the rankings this week in number 16. His first time in the top 20, maybe for as long as we've been doing this show. It is my favorite redneck, my favorite red beard in all of cyclocross. It's Robert Marion. He went out on Friday at the Jingle Cross event and just absolutely smashed it like a man possessed inside the top 5, attacking the group for the podium. The dude is awesome. The problem now, Robert, is you have to do this all the time. There's no such thing as fluke good races. You only have fluke bad races, okay? So I'm going to assume from now on that the top 5 is where you belong, and everything else is a bad race. Welcome to the club. Dropping all the way down to, what is he? Gotta go to the second page for this one. Dropping all the way down to number 8 this week is Ryan Chewbone. What a weekend, Ryan. Did not start, did not finish. 3 days in Iowa. Honestly, you were there for like 5 days. I heard he was sick. Yeah, sick of losing. Sick of losing to Jeremy. Sick of losing to Tim. I mean, he started Sunday, but I heard 2 laps in, he was just like, I can't possibly win anymore. And he just pulled the plug and went home. Honestly, I heard he might be pulling the plug like for good. And I don't know if I can talk about that yet. I don't know if that's official news, if he's announced it, but he may just be retiring from bike racing. So this could be his last week on the rankings. See ya. Number 5 this week is Logan Oh, the former junior phenom, the 8-time junior national champion, is just killing it in his first year in the elite ranks. He gets closer and closer now every weekend to making his first podium appearance. He was 4th in Sunday's C1 with a super strong ride, but more importantly than finishing 4th and 5th and 6th is how he has been racing, how he's been handling the race. He's been off the front. He's been attacking, just absolutely going for it. Look for him to take maybe his first podium performance, maybe his first UCI win in just a couple of weeks at the CXLA event in California. Your number 2 and your number 1 ranked rider this week, they are very close. Just like I was very close to all those people in my middle seat. I spent the whole time with my eyes closed, just thinking about Tim Johnson and Jeremy Powers. Which one is the top ranked rider in North America? We had Jeremy Powers, who took 2 wins this weekend in UCI C2 events, although on Friday night, Tim Johnson was not there. Then on Sunday, Tim Johnson takes a huge, commanding win in the UCI C1, making Jeremy Powers look a minute slower than Tim Johnson looked. So which one is it? A UCI C1, according to USA Cycling, worth 3 times more points than a C2? I don't know, guys. It's very close. Go ahead, leave a comment down below who you think might be the number 1 rider. If I had to give it to somebody, if they were to race today, head-to-head, just the 2 of them, I'm going to go Tim Johnson, number 2, Jeremy Powers, number 1. It's close. It's great for the sport. It is great to spectate. I love the battle. I love them both, but Jeremy Powers, number 1. All right, guys, that is a wrap on week number 10. Who's number 1? I'm going to go get myself a nice king-size bed, nice king-sized eye mask. I don't actually want king-size earplugs. That could hurt, but just some earplugs, and I'm going to go take a nap. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys, as always. I'm not actually complaining. I am tired, but there's nowhere I would have rather been this weekend than Iowa for the Cyclocross event. It was insane. It's one of my favorite races. It's my first time there. It's already one of my favorite events on the calendar. Thank you guys so much for watching these shows. Thank you for letting us go to these races and bring you guys cool cyclocross content. We will see you very soon. We got great shows. Sam's show was good on Monday. This show is, this show is okay for Tuesday, but tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Cosmo show is going to be awesome. Thank you guys. We'll see you next week.